In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to prevent the data entry for the duplicate records. So you avoid creating duplicate records in the database, and this is a great feature to have in your application. So if you are interested, then let's get started. There's a saying, garbage in, garbage out in the software world. And what that means is that if we create lots of duplicates, the data will be corrupted and you can't do any kind of analytics. So to keep data clean, we want to make sure to build this feature and prevent the duplicates in the data capturing. So what I've got here is a little form just for a demo purpose, and this is for the employees. And if we'll go to the design view, and I will show you the code behind it. This is unbound form, by the way. You can see that. And we can go to dot dot dot, and here we have the code that helps us to create the record and fetch the ID and populate the ID onto this ID field. Now, what I want to do is before the record is created, I want to check if the employee number exists in the database table. So here's the database table. If we will, now here's a new option, by the way, I really like it. There you go. We can zoom in. If we want to check the employee number field, and we look at this E007, E007, two records with the same employee number. Now, if you are performing any operation, want to do VLOOKUP, or want to do any function, want to create any function, this will definitely create a problem. So we don't want this to happen. Instead, what we want is we want to check whether this E007 already exists. If it does, the system should throw an error and say, hey, you can't do that because this ID already exists. Okay, so let me change that, and we will, this I kept it for the explanation purpose. Now let's go to the form, and let's go to the VB editor. So how we are going to handle this? Well, what we are going to do is we are going to use the DCount function. There are many ways you can actually handle this, but DCount would be DCount, using DCount function would be much appropriate, I would say. So to get this DCount function work, we have to create the variables first. So let's go ahead and create the variables. We'll say dim tup count has a shortcut as long, okay, and then dim emp id as string, not stream, string. And then actually we don't have emp id. If we'll go to the table, we have emp number field. So just to avoid the confusion, we are naming the variable emp id, but actually we are going to declare that emp id is actually equal to me dot emp number field. All right, so now what we need to do is we need to give a little bit of space here, and we need to check for the duplicates. Okay, so let's write a little statement here. Check for duplicate employee numbers. Okay, so we have created a variable called DupCount, so we are going to use that. DupCount equal DCount. DCount is the actual function. Parenthesis open, parenthesis close, and double quote, and we'll have asterisk. We're going to check all the records in the table. What is the name of the table? We need to provide the name of the table, and that is employees. Okay, so we'll type here from the employees, and now we are going to provide a criteria, essentially the where clause in the SQL word. But this is, of course, DCount, so we'll provide the criteria. What we are looking at is the emp num, which is this column, and the value in this column equal, and make sure that you follow this. Okay, this is because this is a string value, right? So we have, what we have to do is we have to provide this single quote as well. Okay, and then we exit from this block and we say ampersand emp id. Now, what is emp id? Emp id is this me dot emp number, right? And we will have another ampersand, double quote, single quote, double quote. So make sure you follow this to not to get error. Otherwise, you will be bombarded with the error. And even there's no error. Let's say you don't provide this single quotes, there might be no error, but it will not work because the value that we are searching or referring to is the string value. So without the single quote, it will check this value and consider this as if it is an integer value. So that's why this single quote is very, very important. Just wanted to explain that in case if somebody wants to know. Okay, so now we are going to simply say if do count greater than 0, then give an error, right? So to cmd.beep message box, and you say this employee number already exists. All right, please enter a unique employee number, something like that. Okay, and then we will give, this is a VB explanation maybe, and we will give the header as a duplicate entry. You can choose whatever you wish to do or wish to write here. Now this is very important. What I'm going to do is I'm going to exit this subroutine, because we don't want to check for duplicate, give an error, and then go on and create a record. That will never make sense. So what we want to do is we want to exit this subroutine by typing exit sub, and we want to end if this routine. Okay, now with this code, this will check for duplicate, it will throw an error, and then it will exit the subroutine and avoid creating the record. Okay, like we did here, I would like to copy and paste, and then here we can say if no duplicate, then create record. Yeah, it's a good practice. Okay, there you go. Okay, I think we are done. So let's debug it. There you go. And now it's time to test. This is where we have to find out whether the code that we have written actually will work or not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually use E008 as the employee ID, just to make sure that we check whether this feature will work or not. So I'm going to paste right here. It should give an error. Now, who should we create? What should be the employee name? Let's say Wasim Akram. Okay, he's a cricketer, very famous cricketer. So look it up if you want to see his biography. Department, let's say he's in customer service. Work type is full time, and email address is, let's say, wasim@email.com. All right. Now this employee number exists. If our code is correct, we should be getting an error for duplication record. And we got another error instead. So let's see what's the problem here. And E008, that is correct. Emp ID equal nothing. That's weird. Because, come on. You see, this is what I was. So it should be a string value. Okay, let's go back. My bad. Let's click on save record again. And this time we do get a duplicate entry message that this employee number already exists. So let's close. And if we will double click here, the record is not created. So what it did, it exited the routine and subroutine, and it closed basically the window for creating the record. So that tells me that our code actually works. Now let's change it to E009, and now it should be created. So let's click on save record. And right away we can see we have got the employee number 12 and a success message that the employee has been created successfully. So we'll click OK. Now we can refresh it, and we can see employee number 12, E009, Wasim Akram is created in our database. This is what I want to demonstrate. I know it's a very small and short video tutorial, but I think this is a very, very important feature that you can build in your application. So I hope that you've learned something in this video. If you have, just let me know in the comments below. If you like whatever you've seen, smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you have not yet subscribed. Hit the bell icon. And if you want to support me on this channel, please make sure you become a member of this channel. So thank you very much if you are still watching, and I really appreciate that. And I will see you in the next one.